Yvonne Rainey with the John Lewis Transformers Justice Coalition and Pittsburgh High Ground Praise Ministry and VIP. Voting is power.
So why are we in Northview Heights in north side Pittsburgh today?
We are trying to reach those persons who may not be registered and don't understand the importance of their vote, the importance of their voice. And so we're here to let them know that we see them, that their vote counts, and the importance of this election on next Tuesday, but also the presidential election that can determine their future. And we want them to be engaged and be empowered by getting out their votes.
So someone up here says, my votes don't count. Nobody's here for me. Politicians don't do anything for me. What do you tell them?
I tell them your vote counts. It matters. And then you make them accountable. Politicians need to know you are a public servant to serve and work for the people, not for yourself. Each vote counts. Every vote matters. Every lives matter. Our democracy is very fragile right now, and everybody needs to understand that we must vote. Voting is power.
So why is it important that African Americans vote in every election?
Well, it's important because we want to make sure that the concerns that we have, which is housing, which is health care, which is making sure that we don't have bands on our bodies, because we look at African American women, we want to make sure that we see them, and that whatever their needs are, whatever their concerns are, that if they would vote, if they would be empowered by their voice, then they can make a difference in the community and in themselves that they serve.
So why is it important for you, the person, to come out here and encourage people to vote?
It's important so they can see our faces, to let them know that we're totally engaged in making sure that we see them and how important it is for them to get out and to vote. But they need to see us to let them know that it's real, that we're out here working hard so that they can have a voice.
The reason I'm out here because of my great-grandmother. Back in the 60s, she couldn't vote. I was 10 years old, and they told her the ends can't vote. And I looked at her and told her, yes, you will. And that has been my driving force, to be out here that every person can vote. That is our right, our democracy. Too many of our founding fathers and mothers have laid down their lives for our right to vote. And yes, every vote counts.
So give me one thought that people have about voting that isn't true.
My vote don't matter. My vote don't count. Yes, it does.
And that that I'm not important and nobody's listening.
And what would you tell people when they say that to you?
We say, yes, their voice does count, but the way in which their voice is counted is that they have to get out and exercise that ballot, exercise their voice through the voting power that they have, and to know that by voting, it makes a difference, not only in their individual and their families, but in their communities.
So tell me how important it is for the collective of the community to vote and to come out and vote together.
So important because the social disparities and inequities that we have faced as people of color. We're talking about social injustice. We're talking about homelessness, health care, child care, women's rights to vote, women's rights of our bodies. It's our choice. We all deserve quality, affordable homes, quality care, quality everything as everyone else deserves in this country. We have a right. It doesn't matter what your zip code is. Every child has a right for education. Everyone has a fair and equal right to speak and to choose who they love, where they live. This is what it's about. And your voice is your vote, and that is your power.
So if we miss somebody here today and didn't register or give out information for somebody today to realize, where to go vote or how to register, where do they go if they're watching this live now or later? How do people register to vote?
Well, you can do a couple things. You can contact 412-261-4284, or they can go to the web info@lwvpgh.org.
League of Women Voters. League of Women Voters. And they have a website.
Thank you, sir.